I go to the third grade, and unlike Lucas, I passed kindergarten, first, second grade, but somehow when I got to the third grade, everything was catastrophic and I failed. And when I failed, the teachers got together and the counselors and I guess the psychiatrists or psychologists or whatever got together and they're doing this psychological analysis on me. And we're like, we don't understand why Mark isn't succeeding. There's something wrong with him. He's introverted. And then my parents say, well, when we got him from foster care, when they heard the word foster care, all of a sudden things changed. And then they said, well, Mr. and Mrs. Garrett, well, do you understand why your son is not succeeding? See, most kids like this, we really don't expect them to succeed, so you better not put your hopes up because kids like him, well, don't expect too much. And all of a sudden, this label was placed on me. And that stigma of foster care, black kid whose mother was a prostitute, all these labels started happening, and all of a sudden we have this thing called self-fulfilling prophecy. I begin believing everything that I'm hearing. That is why the words we say to children are so important. They're so valued. And sometimes in our adult life we get angry with our kids and we say things. But see, the thing about the things we say, once we say them, we can never take it back. So be careful of the words you use to each other and the children, because that adage that says sticks and stones that break my bones, but words never hurt me, trust me, it is a lie. Because you guys remember going out and you're playing kickball. Remember kickball as kids? You know, and kids don't play kickball anymore, you know what I mean? But as kids, we're going out, we're playing kickball, and we see a kickball game. Oh my God, like the little red ball with the little crow's feet on it. Remember that? So we're out there, we want to what? We want to play kickball with all the other kids, and we go out there and like, hey guys, can I play? They're like, no. And all of a sudden, what do? We get callous, and we're like, I don't want to play no way. And we walk away. However, what happened? We were hurt. And a lot of times when we're dealing with children, and my presentation talks about what children need to succeed, when children are hurt, what comes before anger always, it is pain. And if we can address the pain of what children are going through, we can dramatically change the outcome for kids if we're willing to address the pain, and we have to have what we call patience to do that. So I ended up failing the third grade, and all of a sudden I'm placed in special ed. And in those days we had 2 classroom teachers, and so I had to go from one room to another, and that room was 315. And I remember over the loudspeaker our principal comes over one day and says, hello, students. I don't know why principals sound like that, but that's just the way they do. Hello, students. Welcome to Valley Elementary School, and we are going to be doing a da-da-da-da-da. And so he goes on and on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, he says, all kids going to room 315, please go there now. Now, here's the problem. Everybody in the school knew what room 315 was. 315 are for the really, really special kids. We had to have carpet in our room, like that was going to keep us from committing suicide or something, I don't know. Do not give us sharp objects because we'll poke your eyes out. You know, those kids down in room 315, those are the dangerous ones. We're like 8 years old. How dangerous are we really? We'll kick your ankle. I mean, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden, the perception of 315 was kids who nobody wanted. Kids who were dumb, kids who were stupid, kids who rode the short bus. Kids with the helmets and all the stuff that they make fun of us. And it was crazy. And all of our friends were laughing. Oh, 315. Because not in this room, not in our classroom. We don't have kids like that. But, of course, I knew that I was one of those kids. But I dare not tell my friends because if I do, then I am exposed. I sit there. Nothing happens. Everything is safe. And then all of a sudden, over the loudspeaker, the principal comes on and says, all kids going to room 315, please go there now. Once again, we're laughing and we're joking with each other. 315, really? 10 minutes go by, nothing happens. I'm safe. But then over the loudspeaker comes our principal, Mark Anthony Garrett. Can you please go to room 315? Mark Anthony Garrett, please go there now. Well, all of a sudden, the spotlight's on me, and I am devastated. And my 2 teachers, they kind of look at their ledger, they're looking, and all of a sudden they're looking at each other, and they go down, they scroll, and somebody goes like this. They look at each other. Then they look at me. Mark, could you please go to room 315 now? Please get your stuff, and please leave quietly. No escort. No sympathy. Please get up and go. And they looked at me like I was a leper of society. So I got up quietly. Everybody in the room It's quiet. Because now everybody knows that here's one of those kids. And all of my friends, they turn on me like a pack of wild wolves. And I pick up my little Land of the Lost lunchbox. You guys remember Land of the Lost, Marshall, Will, and Holly? You know what I'm talking about. So I get my little Land of the Lost lunchbox, and I'm going down to room 315. Abe meets me in the hallway, and I'm going down, but I'm devastated. Because now I know that things are going to get bad. So what begins to happen is on my way down, I'm asking myself, why me? Why am I in this predicament? Why doesn't anybody understand me? Why me? What did I do? I didn't understand. The trauma was too much.